Hi, today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to install Monster Caddy yourself. If you'd like to hire a handyman, by all means, it's up to you. But you really can do this by yourself, so I don't think that will be necessary. All it requires is a simple hardware store stud finder, a pencil, and a Phillips head screwdriver. It's that simple. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is use your stud finder to find a stud. I like to turn it upside down so that I can get the line closer to where the shower wall starts. Okay, now that I've marked my stud, you can see that it's exactly where my guide button was originally installed. So it means I got it right the first time. I'm going to use my screwdriver. I'm going to pull these buttons out so I can show you just how easy it is to install these. Now I've got my caddy here. I'm going to take my pin, my guide button, I'm going to put the washer on it, and I'm going to slide it into the slot. And I'm going to place the caddy directly below my line. I'm actually using the Monster Caddy as a guide. I drop the pin down just a tiny bit so that all the weight of the mounting bar is resting on the shower and not on the button itself. Once I have it in place, I'll take my screwdriver, give it a little tap just to mark the end of the screw and hold it, make sure that it's going into the drywall. And then I screw it in. Okay, now that it's screwed in, you can see that I've got my caddy's already in place, resting on the edge of the shower, which makes it very nice when it comes to installing the other side, because I can actually use the Monster Caddy itself as a guide. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see the other side. Okay, now that I have my caddy in place, this is actually quite simple. I'll pull the screw out of the guide button, slide the guide button from the front side in and into the slot. Now, I don't need to mark the stud on this side because the Monster Caddy is exactly 16 inches apart. Take my screw, put it into the guide, drop the guide down just a 1/16 of an inch, just a tiny bit, give it a little tap on the screw so that it is lined up, and again, I'll screw it in. Now, if you have a screw gun, that's the better way to do this. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'm using just a standard screwdriver. And there it is, into the stud. Doesn't necessarily have to be all that tight, but there you go. Now I can pull it off. So now I can take this back off and apply my washer. Place the washer on the back of the guide pin. Screwed in place. Double check my first screw, make sure it's not good and tight. And it's good and tight. Once the caddy back on the wall. Now, when you're done installing, it's a good idea to loosen the screws. Make sure everything sits nice. Is lined up well, and then retighten your screws. It's just to make sure your buttons are in exactly the right spot. If they're both aligned tight and properly, Monster Caddy slips right on and off. Mwah. Perfect. This is Neil Henson saying, we'll see you later.